Hello and welcome back to Atlantic Edge. Today we're going looking at Invest 90L that has been struggling to develop conversion around its low-level center over the past 24 hours, and it's not expected to develop into any strong tropical cyclone at this time. It is running out of time as some of the models do take it inland in over the next 48 hours. Just before we start this video, if you do enjoy these types of weather videos that we do, please consider subscribing and liking this video. So let's take a look at our Invest 90L, and what we can see, we had a big difference from yesterday. We've now got an unhealthy looking system at this moment in time due to a lot of dry air that has been pushed into the system due to some wind shear that we've been seeing over the past coming out over the past 24 hours coming out from out from the south and impacting the system. But what we can see now is we see very loose convection, not any deep convection flying around its centres. Our low level centre is, I believe, somewhere in this area, and our mid level centre is probably further back um, around here. And we're not seeing much deep convection flying around this system at the moment. We've had a few bursts of deep convection over the past couple of hours, but nothing's been significant that would say that it's going to develop into a tropical storm at this time. It could reach tropical storm status if we do get a burst of convection that tightens up the low level centre and the mid level centre a bit more. And if that happens, we could definitely see a tropical depression come out of this Invest 90L. Let's take a look at the GFS 850 millibar height. This is the mean sea surface mean sea level pressure, and what this chart shows is basically the wind speeds at the 5,000 foot level in the atmosphere. And so we can take a look at the structure of this system right now on this particular um, model run that we've got. We see we do have our wind barbs here showing that we do have a low pressure area that is rotating anti-clockwise. This is probably most likely the mid-level center, not the low-level center. What we also see is see more of a troughiness look to this system as it is embedded in one in a trough, as I believe, as well. So it is embedded in a trough, and this will be hampering development really instead of enhancing any development. And we see on this GFS run that we just get the system kind of even breaks down even more due to this wind shear coming out from the southwest and sorry, the south, and they're pushing the convection away from the lower level and mid level center. So eventually, we just get a very weak area of low pressure, but bringing in some enhanced rainfall to the Florida and Georgia, maybe South Carolina as well. So the GFS kind of just brings it inland. The Euro, I do believe, brings it over into the Gulf of Mexico, but we can take a look at that soon. And I should show you the dry air that has been affecting the system at this moment of time. We see that we do have some dry air placed to the north of the system, and this has been pushed into the system by that wind shear I was talking about. We do have a moist area pocket just on the south side, and what we really need to see right now is some convection firing up shear and trying to fight off some of this dry air. And if this can happen before landfall, we could see a tropical depression come out of this, or maybe a tropical storm Fred. But it is running out of time at this moment, so I can take you out even more further on this model run. We do get a closed contour here, stressing that we do have a closed low level center at this time. And our dry air is still entrained into the system right here. Going out even further on the model run, we see that the GFS 700 to 400 relative humidity values show that troughiness we've seen over the past couple of 24 hours, moving it into the US. So this looks to be like just a rainfall maker, not a lot of rainfall, but we bringing some enhanced rain to Florida, Georgia, and maybe South Carolina. Different story on the European model though. We do have a bit more of an aggressive kind of European model compared to the GFS. Um, I to bring this out just now. We do have a couple of close contours suggesting a more of an aggressive, more of an organising system. As we move out 24 hours, we see that weaken off a bit and back off, and then we just get more of a trophiness look. And as we move out even more, we see that this brings it in just more to North Florida, and not to the South Carolina, to the Georgia or South Carolina, brings it into North Florida, and moves into the Gulf of Mexico, brings some enhanced rainfall for the Florida Panhandle and maybe Alabama as well, so, and maybe Georgia. But most of the heaviest rainfall will be on the east and south side as the wind shear is pushing most of the convection off at this time. We can take a look at the H-Wolf model. This is a 12Z run, so this is the afternoon's run. We do get actually if I do back to the actual initialized, we do get an initialized H-Wolf with the low level and mid level center pretty much stacked on each other. Maybe a mid level center over here, but on this particular thing we do see the low level and mid level center are pretty much aligned with each other. And as we go out in time, we get a more organizing system, should I say, with 1010 millibar and around 45 knots. So this could be classed as a tropical storm if convection starts to fire around its low level center. As we move in time, we do see a bit more of an organizing system and then a weakening system as the H-Wolf does bring this into the Florida, near the Florida and Georgia state line. And again, it's just going to be a bit of a rainmaker as we go out into the landfall point of this tropical disturbance, I'm going to say, and system anything. But we do get a landfall with this tropical disturbance bringing some rainfall along with it. So I think that's all I'm going to be talking about on this system for now. We do have a aircraft recon going into the system to have a look what's going on structure wise and intensity wise. So I probably will make another video on that maybe later on tonight. But if not, it will be on my Twitter. I'll leave my Twitter link in the description below. So if you did enjoy this video, again, please consider subscribing and liking, and comment down below if you think this will become a tropical storm thread or a tropical depression. That's all, folks. See you tomorrow.